you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Maya Angelou. Welcome to Get Real with Shameeza. I'm your host, Shameeza Ali. Tonight, I'm honored to be your host and welcome to the show. I hope everyone had a relaxing weekend and took some time to spend with their loved ones, especially your dads. Please take a moment to share this live with your friends and family. And I'll give you a moment to do that, and then we will get right into today's show. So last Friday we did not announce the winners. The reason why was that most of the people who shared the link was either family members or affiliates of the show. So we didn't think that was fair. We did have other people who shared the links, but we were not able to get their information. So we did not announce a winner. At this time, I would like to give you a second opportunity to uh, share the link, like and share our page, and really get to know Get Real with Shamiza. So here's another opportunity to win those beautiful prizes, which we will share with you in a little bit. So we listened to you and we changed the night of the show from Fridays to Wednesdays. You said that it was very difficult for you to enjoy the summer, having to join us. So we understand and we were able to make the change. And here we are on Wednesdays. So hopefully you can share the link and you can let your family and friends know that we are on here tonight and we're excited because tonight's show is going to be an excited one. Without further ado, um, since we're speaking of changes and how was last week's shows, guys, did you enjoy it? Because I sure did. And we have definitely been reaching different places. Again, we got noticed by social media. Chronicle thought that we were doing a really good job having Sarwan and Ki, and I thought it was a good job too. So, if you did, please share your what you feel and how you felt about last week's show in the comments. I'll be looking at your comments, how you feel. Everything is right there. So please share with me your feedback about how last week's show went. Tonight's show is very exciting, so bear with me for a moment. The second thing I want to do is welcome my co-host for tonight, George Baksh. George, welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Uh, I'm doing well, George. How are you?
I'm great. Great week. Sunday was Father's Day. I relaxed. I actually planted some flowers and hang out in the yard, and then I took a ride to New York. But it was a mission, 3 hour ride to New York. It's not happening.
Why was it 3 hours?
I don't know. I think all the fathers was out, and it usually take me an hour and a half to get to New York.
Hold
Maybe
up. Are
not.
you saying all the fathers came to New York?
I don't know what was going on. I actually tried to take a shortcut. It didn't work. It usually take an hour, and it took me 3 hours to get to Queens.
Now, George, I know one of the things that you did last week was you got vaccinated. Can you
Yes.
share with us what that was like?
Well, I did on Thursday last week. I had the Moderna first shot. Man, I felt good the first day I got it. I went in there, got my shot, went to work with all hyper. Had the energy going. But on Friday, man, I woke up. I didn't feel too good. I had some fever and I had body pain, but it was only for one day. I actually went to work and I took a pill, and about an hour later, I was strong again, I have to say. So it wasn't too bad.
So, explain, can you just give us a little details about what your feeling was like when you say, you had some.
Yeah, well, I woke up Thursday, Friday morning. I think about 3 or 4. I could feel I had a fever. So I took 2 Advil, and then I woke up. I went for a walk. I
At
think,
3?
no, no, like this is about 5 now, 5 in the morning. I went for
Oh,
my walk, my normal walk I do, and then I came back, made some coffee. I was okay. I feel a little body pain, so I thought it was nothing. Took a shower, but about 9 o'clock, it really came down. Like my body was hurting. It took me like an hour to get to work, which only takes me about 15 minutes getting out the house, get into the truck, open the gate at my store. So it was pretty long morning. And then the pain, I had a lot of pain. Like I did have the corona, by the way. So it
mhm,
was feeling like I had the corona all over again, but rapid. Like it just
right.
came onto me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people can identify what you're saying because after getting vaccinated, they had pretty much the same symptoms or different, but it was very intense, is a common thing that I'm hearing that they
Yeah.
all have. So if you had the vaccine recently, you've had both shots and you're having symptoms, share it with us because we want to be able to, educate others and bring awareness as to what your feeling was like. And some people maybe just, had slight symptoms. That's great for you. But some people had very, very intense symptoms. And we want to make sure that, they don't rush to the ER or do something crazy because they feel this is not normal.
I
Share your thoughts and your feelings that what happened to you during that time so that others can know that this is normal, right? Is that correct, George?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a reaction, but it just went away. I mean, that one day, and by the evening, Friday, I was pretty strong. Saturday, I was strong as a beast again. So it
Good.
was that one day. But talking to customers, some people, it didn't affect them at all.
Well, yeah, again, I think everyone is having different ways that they're reacting to it.
Yeah,
So that's why it's important that we all share how they were you were affected by it so that others know that hey, this is not you're dying or anything major. It's just it's a normal thing with the vaccine.
yeah, and I wasn't scared to get the vaccine. I actually woke up that morning too, Thursday morning, and I was on the computer. I kind of get up early, and I said, "Let me sign up." I signed up. They had availability at 10:30 that day, and I just went right there and got it. I didn't play around. I want to get it anyway.
Perfect. So let's get right into our first guest. So here's my question to you guys. Have you ever wondered how all your favorite treats and household products from your beloved country get here to us in the US? My guest tonight saw the need for West Indian products here in New York and other parts of the USA. And over 30 years ago, he didn't sit around and complain about it. He got up and he did something. He's considered the undisputed king of West Indian imports here in the US. Please welcome to Get Real with Shameeza, Dave Narine. Dave, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Shameeza. Thank you. Thank you for that
How are you?
introduction. Fine, thank you. Fine, thank you.
Perfect. So, like my introduction said, you're the undisputed king of the West Indian imports here in the USA. Am I correct with that?
Well, you don't want to give yourself a title, but um, we're trying. We're trying. We're trying. I don't want to say king, but we're trying. You know.
Perfect. Well, you are you are considered one of the undisputed kings, so there is no shame in that. I mean, you should own the title humbly, right?
Thank you. Yes, that's true. Yes, that's true. Yeah. Should
So
take the credit.
I know that you grew up in Berbice. Can you tell us a little bit about your childhood and what was your childhood like growing up?
Well, yes, I grew up in 59 6 village, quarantine Barbies. Normal child to parents of teachers, and I had a normal life with good friends, playing cricket and going with my friends to the garden and to the rice field, and those farmers who had uh, cows and cattle farming and so forth. So Um, as a little child, my enthusiasm in sports was cricket, a little athletics and so forth. So, um, it was very good in
So
those
what I'm
days.
hearing is you had a very simple childhood. Is that
Very
correct?
simple, very simple. No, uh, originally no electricity, and you had to fetch water, and no phone, and no TV, and no fridge, and no gas stove. Originally,
Wow.
growing up,
It sounds
so
like the sorry, go ahead.
no, no, go ahead. That's fine.
It sounds like the this very simple life of every person who grew up in Guyana back in the days.
That's true.
So, I know that you excelled in school as a young boy. Do you think that this had to do with both your parents being teachers?
Um, yes and no.
Okay.
Um, Maybe I had a natural ability. My parents, them, all of my dad was a headmaster, mother was a teacher. They did not like the normal teacher children that you have to be home and study all the time. My parents them left me to grow up normal with my friends them, and apparently maybe I didn't realize they may be looking at my schoolwork and leave me alone. They never said that you gotta study more or you gotta be home. Um, of course, my dad taught me in school at one time, and when he got promoted from common entrance, just before common entrance, to teach a higher class, um, because he didn't have the opportunity to taught me, he moved me to his friend's school at One Messiah School. Third standard and fourth standard there. He had a teacher friend in Frederick Arjun, and he had a son there, and he said, they call my nickname Arch, and he said, send the boy to Amsterdam to one school. Since you not be teaching common, they're not how good will be the teacher. I went 2 years to 71 Masul, and I did my common entrance there. They had a teacher that was very good in teacher Motila, very good in the common entrance class. So what was the question again?
Let me repeat that question for you. What
Uh,
will now you excelled
oh
in
yes,
school as
yes,
a
I remember.
right?
Right, I remember.
Yeah.
So they were looking at my school report, and they left me to go up normal.
Okay.
I've never questioned me at any time. So yes, I remember the question. Why I was saying that. Yeah.
Perfect. Um, Now you also at what was it like for you at age 15? You graduated with nine CXC subjects, and for people who grew up in Guyana, they'll know what I mean by CXC. It's basically the Caribbean Examination Council. So it was something that you basically go for when you're in high school. You write an exam, and that was it, the result of it.
Well, actually, I did wrote four GC and five CXC.
Okay.
Yeah, in 1981. So I did both. They were gonna transfer time from GC to CXC. So I did four. The four GC was math, the chemistry, biology, and physics with economics, and the next five was CXC. So why I graduated at that young age? Because I had skipped a class. I had skipped the class, and that is why I graduated at age 15 when folks was age 1 year or 1.5 year older than me.
Right, because that's quite a young age to be, graduating at that time. It's highly unheard of in Guyana. 15 years,
Hmm.
usually about 17 to 18 years old that you.
Yeah, that but I skipped the class. That's why.
Perfect. So in at age 18, you moved to Georgetown and you started working as a custom officer. What was the most difficult thing for you at this time?
Well, I was still a young chap, and before moving, I we had gone to Carolina State and worked in the accounts department for a couple months.
Hmm.
We had a few friends, and then from Carolina State, I saw the advertisement for custom officer, and then I applied with another friend, and we got through. The challenges was that I have never cooked in my life and take care of my clothes, or my parents or my mom used to do that. So it was a lot of challenge. And going in from the rural to the country of Georgia, middle of Georgia, it was not easy. But there was a challenge that we had to take on.
I can imagine, at such a young age, being all alone by yourself and having no one to really be there with you, and the cooking, cleaning, and taking care of yourself must have been quite a challenge for you. So, um, did you seek help or?
Yes, I did seek help. I brought my sister, who was also young, but she came along and helped along in the house apartment with a little cooking and chores and so. So yes, I seek help. And then my mom, parents in every few months or every few weeks, not month, every few weeks, and helping out, bringing up grocery and and
Mhm.
cooking and all these things, and spend a day or overnight to because they had work too. They were teachers, so they couldn't spend a long time, maybe weekend. And at that time, it was another challenge traveling from Josham. There was not a bridge, there was the boat, and you
Right.
literally have to spend hours waiting for the boat, being in the line. It was a challenge, but Shamiza, I enjoy day of my life growing up in Guyana, and I have no regrets growing up in my childhood days in Guyana.
Well, perfectly said there. So, like you said, it was a good experience doing all of these things. And then you actually made a decision to move in 1986. Despite loving your job and everything that you had going on, you obtained a visa and you came to United States of America. How was this change for you?
Um, I always love a challenge. Growing up, skipping the class, at age 16, 17, going to Scarlet Estate and work, and then come to Georgetown. And this was my next challenge. It was not easy. It was not easy coming in New York alone. I had friends, villagers, relatives, but I decided that I'll come and stay by myself with another friend in a basement apartment. And it was challenging, but I was ready for challenges in life. I was ready that I'm young, and the thing is why my parents were teacher, and you work a mere salary of your life, and I wanted to do more than that. I came from an educational background. I got passed to go to UG and guidance school of agriculture, but you're limited to a salary, a mere salary that you really can't take care of yourself. So I wanted a different challenge that what I see and true and family members and so forth. So I was willing to make sacrifices, see what is out there.
Perfect. George, you have a question? You can go ahead with your question at this time.
So when Dave, how are you?
Good.
So when you came to the States, did you came for the American dream and then you experienced to get this business?
I came with the American dream. I didn't come to do a business. I came 1986 and I started my business in 1990. I didn't think about the business opportunity that came with the American dream that I would do better.
And
Well,
then go ahead.
no, sorry, George, go ahead.
So and then the business idea came about.
Yes, yes. The idea was working with company in Manhattan. I was doing extremely well. I was a supervisor at a, printing computerized accounting department in a printing company, laser printing, and hired quite a few people there. And I was making a fairly good salary, but I didn't want to remain there because what I saw there, um, I saw a few guys that were managers and so forth, and they spent a number of years, and they couldn't elevate themselves to the higher position. And this is America. That they would bring a young guy from college and bypass these guys that work 15 years there. And I said, wait a minute, this is what's going to happen to me, and I'm not stay here. I'll go for the challenges. I try a little real estate, and while I drove part time taxi. Large car service is my cousin trying to make money, but the legal way, the honest way. And then eventually I got this idea of selling caramel wafer biscuit, and that's how the whole dream started with the business.
Wow. Sounds like it was quite something that got started, and you definitely hit something. So, had you not made a decision to come to the US, what do you think you'll be doing in Guyana right now?
I had a plant rice or something. Um, I would have it would have been tough. Would have been in a maybe get a I would have lived
You think you would have been a
maybe.
teacher like your parents, or
Yes,
maybe
that's
be a
what I was.
custom
Yes,
officer
maybe
still?
a teacher, a professional, a custom officer with a salary. Yes, it would have been tough. Yeah.
Okay. So let's change it up a little bit and just, if you could have dinner with anyone in the world tomorrow, because, we're in the evening right now, so you can't have dinner tonight, but if you could do it tomorrow, who would it be and what will you speak of or about?
Oh boy. Um. One of the most brilliant men that I sat down with and chatted and surround myself with was Barajagdeo, President Barajagdeo, now Vice President. I so much from him. Sitting down having dinner and had many dinners with him. And the mere fact of his brilliance, I admire people brilliance, and I yearn for knowledge. And so it will be somebody, not because of his politics, but the man because of his brilliance, because he can teach me something. I want to sit down with somebody that I don't have to teach. Somebody can teach me, make input in me. He can cover all topics from finance to government to sports to everything. So I would say President Barajagdeo.
Perfect. Great answer. I heard that he's a phenomenal human being. I haven't had the n- privilege of meeting him or getting to know him, but when that opportunity comes, hopefully it'll be soon, I am definitely looking forward to it. So, the next question that I want to ask, and I truly, I'm definitely excited about this question, is as the main or the only distributor of West Indian products here in the US, how has this impacted our people or created opportunities for them?
Repeat that question.
So as a main or definitely the only distributor of West Indian products here in the US, how has this impacted our people or created opportunities for them?
Well, I wouldn't want to say West Indian. I'm a West Indian reporter, but maybe I could say Guyana.
Guyana.
And
Okay.
I will be safe with that question to answer it because I do import from Trinidad and Barbados and Jamaica. But if we could say Guyana, I will safely answer that more meaningfully.
Okay.
I've created as one of the largest importer of Guyana food product into the USA. I think we have created a lot of employment opportunity for Guyanese in Guyana. Not employment alone, also for the farmers that we buy stuff from. They can we purchase from them so they can have meaningful stuff for their family. We also do fish for those fishermen across the country, and we happen to be maybe the distributor for most of the major company, and I will mention a few. We distribute Guyana Gaisuku sugar. We distribute Bihari products in curry, champion, chow mein, etc. We distribute Twins, Flavor Mate and their product. We distribute Sterling, Golden Green Margin, now a ghee. Banks DH, we distribute the non-alcohol products. DDL, we distribute the non-alcohol products. Ricks and Sari, the cheap Chinese sauce and so forth. So GPC sub product, Feral Lutrifus and so. But I don't want to give credit to work with only the big companies. We also work with the little farmers or the little manufacturer. We do like in Canal, we have about a company named Matrix Trading employ about 80% manufacture throughout the year. We do katahar, pre-cooked katahar. We do baigan choker, coconut choker, wiri pepper, and to name a few, we do the thyme, the broadleaf, mariman. We do number of product with them. So we also do first company to do bring out coconut water, fresh frozen coconut water out of Cameroon. We give business there to the people them there from Essecubo. We work in quarantine in Skellen, do Malar. Estate, we do pepper sauce, etc. And Melanie Damishana, we work with a company that does cashew. So I want to say that we have created so much opportunity and employment for folks in Guyana. And I enjoy doing it. I enjoy assisting our fellow Guyanese. And
Wow. Well said there, Dave. So what I'm hearing you say, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that when you buy your product, right? Which is your, I heard baigan choka.
yes,
I heard coconut choka.
that's correct.
When you
And
buy
that's
all
and
of
I will
these
show you.
things,
Shameeza, this is the coconut sugar. Can you see it?
um,
Is it? Can you see it?
oh yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
okay. Okay. Coconut.
Guys, coconut choka in already pre-made for you.
Already
How
pre-made.
awesome is that?
All you have to heat it, right? With
Yeah.
all the salt and everything, and we would have the pre-cooked cutter. All
Katahar,
right.
guys. Most of you know the tedious and work that goes into preparing katahar. And this is already prepared for you. You just go to the store,
Already
you get
prepared.
it. And
I'll show
I
you the
mean,
famous coconut water. This is the coconut water, Shameeza.
yeah,
Yeah,
it looks
from
exactly like the one
Cameroon.
that I'm drinking right now.
Oh, you better enjoy because it's best product out there. All right. So And then we have all these icy soda. This icy soda comes from Guyana, Banks DH. You know,
Right. So again, Dave, what I'm hearing you say is when we purchase these things that we all grew up with in Guyana, whether we recognize it from our childhood or just being in Guyana, is that we are keeping someone in Guyana employed right now because these products are coming directly from Guyana. Is that correct?
that's absolutely correct, Shameeza. When you're supporting product out of Guyana, you're assisting the people out of Guyana out of poverty, and you're creating employment, everything. You see, if you support the products out of Guyana, you don't have to send your money there. You
Right.
know, you have job opportunity there, and all these things. Disposable in get right in Guyana. If you're sending money, then it's extra money for them to help for better their life. And they're waiting for this to just um, cook and eat. So it's very important that we support our country product originally from Guyana. The Indian showing on the screen now, the champion chow mein, the icy soda, the only soda that comes from Banks DIH. The cooked out water comes from Guyana, not Brazil or another country. The mineral water comes from DDL, and the Banks Shandy and Soca soda and Malta comes from Guyana, Banks DIH or DDL. So it's important that we support. And the thing is that, we Guyanese here, or West Indian, we are talking about the government, and we criticizing everybody in Guyana. And we're not supporting our own product. You understand? We have a
Right.
problem. That Triscuit cookies is from Bangladesh. If I don't want to be political, but Shameeza, the sugar from Guyana, sugar industry collapse,
Hmm.
and this is a known fact that the sugar industry collapse, brown sugar. The sugar, people they will get job in the sugar industry. But if we're gonna buy another brand of sugar because from Mauritius or Brazil, we gotta know our product. We're not gonna support our Guyana. We're supporting somebody that who says is from Guyana. And I see most
Dave,
of the sugar with a
I,
big Guyana. Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
I want to take a moment here and just recognize this one product. Now,
That
keep
road.
in
Yeah,
mind,
go ahead.
these guys, all these products that you're seeing right now on the screen are all products that was sent to me from Dave. So, Dave, I want to thank you for that. But this one was one that I was quite impressed with. Roti mix. Can you tell us a little bit about this one?
Chamisa, all you have to do is to add a little water and cook it. It has everything in it already.
So
Is
I
a
can
is
make my paratha roti, sada roti,
everything,
dal puri,
everything,
everything with that
everything,
mix.
everything.
I'm feeling
You
a little bit incompetent here, Dave, because one of the things that I pride myself with is being a very good cook. And, if you have that, then George can just put his roti together. He wouldn't need someone like me to say, hey, I'm the best chef ever.
Drive to Queens, right? I have to drive to Queens.
I
George,
know.
George just have to heat that bacon choker. He just have to heat that cook the choker. The katahari you'll have to with a little coconut milk and whatever, however you want it. Put a little onion and garlic, and that's it. But the bacon choker kata add the cook already made.
Nice.
And so George will have to be this phenomenal cook. We have a garala. He's a cook. George, if you're a good cook, I'll tell you use curry and the garam masala. You're good to go.
Oh, nice. Gonna have to
Wow.
come try this out.
Like I said, I
Right.
feel a little bit incompetent here as a woman because, we pride ourselves thinking that, we cook the roti and we make all these great treats, and now all of it is already pre-made and ready to go, which makes our lives easier as women. But for me right now, getting enlightened, hearing you say that it creates opportunities for people in Guyana, which most likely is woman putting all these things together. I'm sure there are a few men there too, but it makes me happy and excited to know there are people behind the scenes that are putting this coconut choker, this balanje choker, and all these things together.
The person makes the cash for me is a female entrepreneur. It's a
Wow.
lady. It's a female. The most I think about 90% of the woman put doing those katahar and cook the choka, buy the choka. So we are not we are supporting the ladies them, and most actually I think and the fish we do a lot of we do a lot of sweetwater fish, the silver bait, the tilapia, buck crab, everything is ladies doing it, and those are in the Borbis area more or less. So yes, we creating a lot of employment um, for the in Guyana. So we
Wow.
just need the support. The more support we can get, Shabiza, is the more support we can give back to Guyana, and our company do give back a lot.
I know. Speaking of giving back, I know that you, as a businessman, you definitely give back. You're very active in your community. I know you support, you sponsor cricket, you support your local politicians. Just to name a few of them. What is the one thing in your life that brings you the most joy?
Um, Charity, charity, give it back to the needy. I enjoy it, be it here or Guyana. I enjoy doing charity, you know, and whatever charity I do, Shabiz, I do it by myself, little I can do, and I'm being blessed always doing it, and I am continually be blessed doing it, and I wouldn't stop doing it. I just enjoy doing it.
Perfectly said there, Dave. And I'm happy that you mentioned, the charity that you do and you being happy doing it. Uh, so the last year and a half has affected almost everyone in some way or the other. How was your business affected, and how will this affect consumers?
I will have to be very honest with you. Since COVID, we did extremely well. Why we did well because were home and they couldn't go out to work or go to school. And especially in our field, we are the ethnic food. The folks them were home and they had to eat, so they were eating much more. So our volume had increased, and we had to satisfy the market. Whilst a lot of people suffered in the business, we did good because we were in the food industry. And this would have helped, like, remember the kids that couldn't go to school. So they're home now, so they got to eat. And if they were to eat at school or buying food. And most of the folks, the restaurant were closed and limited hours, so it was just buying food and cook at home. And there we had the challenge to bring in a lot more good food. It was a lot, and we did good. We did good.
Speaking of food, I feel like right now, for the last year, maybe 15 months, I have been doing 3 meals a day, especially with two young kids at home. And I have my other kid that, stop by sometimes. But I feel like I do Guyana style where I'm cooking 3 meals a day: breakfast, lunch, dinner, and sometimes snacks too. So my budget for food has definitely increased. Before I felt it was more like we eat dinner only at home, maybe breakfast from time to time. But you are right about that. I can definitely attest to that, that I have, been cooking 3 meals or been preparing or buying 3 meals, however it is, for the day, because we've been in the home most of the time and the kids need, 3 meals. They're not going off to school, they're not in school during lunch. So, our budget for that has definitely increased. And I'm sure most people can identify with that.
That's exactly what happened to you, all the other families. and
Yeah.
folks out there. So
Yeah.
so that's what
George,
happened,
you
and
have a
that
question for Dave at this time?
Yes, Dave. So I know you, Guyanese in Guyana, they have a lot of opportunities. Is there any Guyanese in, I guess your business is based in Queens. Is there opportunity for Guyanese that come to this country also? Meaning
uh,
employment.
George, I didn't get a point there. Repeat it, please.
Well, I know you do a lot of things for the Guyanese get opportunity. You buy the product from them in Guyana. Is there Guyanese in Queens? They're also, do they also get opportunity like employment from you?
George. We have a few businesses around, and we predominantly hire Guyanese at our retail store, at our wholesale locating Ozone. We have a supermarket in Maryland, and yes, we do create a lot of employment.
Nice,
Uh,
nice. That
yeah.
was quite. I'm not from New York, so I don't really know the.
Where are you from?
I'm in Jersey.
Okay, we have quite a few stores there, and we supply quite a few stores in Jersey
What would you
across.
advise a Guyanese person about opening a business?
I would tell them go for the dream. Which business? Any business, kind of business.
Yeah, what kind of business? Any business they want, to do. What would
I would
advice?
tell, I would advise every to go for the dream and uh, when I was in Guyana, they were in our village, came back and I was I was 14, 15 years, and he was telling us could be a millionaire in America, and I was like, I was always trying to find out and see what's happening out there in America. And if we hold out here in America, we work honestly, we have dollars, you can in this country and make extra buck and make an extra buck, and that's all. And many guys are successful here doing different kind of business. But I would encourage everyone to see the opportunity, instead of to just eat and drink and sport. The other side,
Yeah,
I'm not telling you nothing wrong with that, but also seek the opportunity to build our lives and is there something to that?
nice.
Thank you, George, for that question. And Dave, I want to play a little game here, as we call it a 6 in 60. What it is basically six questions we ask you in 60 seconds. I will get my timer ready. And what we do is just ask you six questions. You try to answer it in 60 seconds. So,
Yeah.
not very complicated, right?
All 6 and 6 a second or 6 a second each.
No, no, no. All six questions in 60 seconds.
Okay.
I have full confidence in you, Dave. I feel you've tackled way more difficult things in your life. So, let me get those questions ready. So, who is one of your most admired business owners, other than Dave Narine?
But business owner, you gotta be somebody like Bill Gates.
Wow,
Yeah.
definitely, I will agree with that. So, um, my next question is, what is your favorite country to visit?
Jamaica.
Jamaica. Why?
Jamaica, when you go to Jamaica, you will realize that it's a multicultural country. It's tropical. The people are nice. They have all the different food. They have the Guyanese food in terms of curry goat, and then they have the ackee and the saltfish and the provision, and of course they have the steak. Jamaica is a very very diverse island. You can't say country. Right, right.
I will agree with you because it's definitely one of my favorite places to visit. I'm so inspired that I've even invited George to go out there. So hopefully we
Okay.
can do that very soon. My next question is, can you name an animal that starts with the letter D?
Dear.
Oh, wow. Yes, for sure. And then, what is your favorite feature of yourself?
Favorite feature of myself? Um, feature. Where explain a little more.
So, what do
What do
you
you mean?
admire about yourself, or what do you think is one of your greatest attributes?
I can answer that. Simplicity, honest, humbleness, um, and that just like being humble and simple. I admire being that.
Perfect. So, those are all things about yourself that you're
Yes, yes.
perfect. Now, we did get past that one, the 60 seconds, but I feel like you've done so well that I want to continue the questions. So, we've got through four questions. We'll do the other two. What is one word to describe yourself?
Honest.
Honest. That's a strong word.
Nice.
And are you do you like chow mein or fried rice?
Chow mein.
Chow mein.
Yeah.
I'll probably go with fried rice, but yeah, I
I
appreciate
do
that.
like fried rice, but I have choice between the two.
Yeah.
Right?
Perfect.
Not that I
George,
didn't like it. Yeah, yeah.
George, you have any other questions for David this time?
No, I think David's doing a great job by helping the Guyanese people and having the product. It's wonderful. I think it's a great thing he's doing, and people should go out and support him. Buy the product. And if you see the product, be proud of the product. It made in Guyana, and I think Dave is doing a great thing. And anyone in Guyanese could come out and open any business they want, but Dave chose to have the product that we need. So I think Dave is doing a wonderful job, and that's what we're supposed to do: go out and support our local business and people. Anything that they're trying to do, they're sweeping floor, jewelry store, bars, restaurant. Go out and support them. Selling products, it's a great thing.
Definitely. So, Dave, I respect what you're doing and how you have transformed the little Guyana, as we call it now here in the US. I do have a question coming from one of our viewers. He said, "What about Kimraji Dawanti?" He says, "What about Florida? Are there any plans to take this
Yes,
to Florida?"
yes. We do supply Florida, but we have just decided a month ago we're going to distribute across Florida from Miami to all the way to Orlando, past Orlando. So we just start to do it back full time. We were always supplying Florida, but the folks them had to call us and we will ship it. But now we're gonna send the products there and sell it to them. So yes, Florida will be covered sooner or later, within a week or so.
Great. So, Kimraji, I
Across
hope
the whole
Dave
Florida.
answered your question in terms of what you're asking. So, look out for his Dave products in Florida very soon. And, you can definitely reach out to us here on Get Real with Shameeza with questions, and we will definitely forward those to Dave and his team so that we can get you answers as to your locations in Florida that you can definitely receive Dave products. Uh, I also have Gypsy Prasad saying humble, and I guess that was her saying what is one of the features about you. So thank you for that comment, Gypsy. Humble is definitely something that I can attest to. You're a very humble person. Over 30 years in this industry, and you have maintained that very uniqueness of being a Guyanese and being true to who you are. It's one of the things that definitely stand out about you, Dave. Can you elaborate a little bit about what kept you so grounded, what kept you so humble?
And it would have been from my growing up on my background, and it would be my parents and my grandparents. My dad was a master. was a president of Quarantine Islands Club, a number of position, secretary of PTA and um, sports announcing Barbie and he helped in his little ways, not in the community. And I didn't want my hands to fall, and I go up with all my friends catching fish and doing all the little plant gardening with them. And I just didn't want, because I maybe have a bit forget my background, forget roots, and I decided always be simple and humble towards my folks, towards everyone, not my folks alone, and that's what I kept me like this also.
So here are some of the products that you sent to me today. It was a beautifully put together boxes of items. I feel like I have supplies for the next maybe 6 months of the year. So, what I want to appeal to my viewers, if you are here in the New York area and you have never tried some of these things, reach out to me. I will get them to you. If you want to try them, please reach out to me. I will be more than happy to give you that opportunity to try these products. I've had the opportunity. Thank you, Dave. It was definitely, a great gesture for you to send me these products for me to personally try here. And I made some chow mein today. It was beautifully done. The champion chow mein is definitely one of the best chow meins out there. And I can't get enough of this coconut water, man. It's definitely one of my favorites. And I will probably, it just makes me feel so hydrated. And can you tell me a little bit about this? It says here Palm fresh coconut water. Can you tell us about this product?
Shameeza, that's maybe our number one demanding product. It's a coconut water that is the actual coconut water, no preservative, no sugar, no added nothing. Straight from the tree, they cut it, filtered it, put it in cold storage, and freeze it. The preservative, or the reason why it's preserved, is because it's in a frozen state. There's preservative. So we got to keep it frozen all the time until the time of using. And when we use it, make sure it's thaw off completely, not half thaw off, because the half ice would end up being like water. So you got to thaw off completely. It's a product that keep increasing in volume because I think people are finding out for the many reasons, and you it. Some people diabetic, some just quench it thirst, some feel is energy, and the many, if you Google it's a coconut water, you will see it. I don't want to sound like a doctor here, but it's helping people in a lot of ways. Cancer patients and who can't really eat anything more or less, and all sickness. So it's a very, very demanding product. It's a fresh coconut water from Cameroon, and the reason they cook the water tastes very sweeter than the in Guyana, because the soil Cameroon is better than maybe in the Quarantine or Mahaica, so not knocking the other areas in the country. So the Cameroon coconut water out as a much sweeter coconut water than the others.
Wow. Well said there, Dave. I have Sherry Mohammed saying here. I know Sherry is in the Bronx, I believe. She says, where can I buy this? Now, since she is in the Bronx, do you have a distributor in the Bronx or a store that she can go to and buy Dave
All
coconut
the
water?
local West Indians, you have it at Big Market, you would have it at Kaicho restaurant, you would have it at Warlock Spice. Some of the names are of my, but let her check the West Indian store or restaurant. They should have it, and if they don't have it, tell them to order it. That she would support
Definitely.
them.
So demand that your West Indian stores carry Dave products, especially that coconut water. It is so hydrating. And like he said, you heard it directly from him. There are so many health benefits to drinking this coconut water. I can tell you. not even knowing the health benefits, that it's definitely hydrating, and it gives you something there that just make you feel a whole lot better. So I'm happy I drank it while I'm on the show so that I can be the best version of myself. I also want to take this question. It's is it a question? It's actually a statement. It's from Sabrina. Sabrina Beshpati Algo is joining us from Guyana. She says, I have known Dave for over 20 years and he has not aged. Can he please share his beauty secrets? Is this because of the coconut water?
Um, Sabrina has not aged too. I find she's looking younger every day. So I guess both of us have to trade our. um,
Definitely.
Sabrina is a great friend of mine, and I knew her the shipping company originally that she was working with, and then she is a true entrepreneur, like myself. She was working, and then she became a broker, and she and her husband have a tremendous brokerage business in Guyana. So welcome to Sabrina, and thanks for the question, Sabrina.
Well, Sabrina, I know we have had several conversations. You've shared your journey with me, but tonight here is an open invitation to have you here on Get Real with Shameeza. We actually know each other from back home, and so I am excited, and I'm definitely looking forward to having Sabrina on the show so that she can share her journey just the way you're sharing yours.
She would
Dave,
have an incredible story.
what is your final message to everyone watching tonight and that is really either enjoying your product or looking forward to trying your product? What is your message to them?
Just keep on supporting the product. By supporting the product, you're supporting the people of Guyana, you're supporting the country Guyana. That could help the economy of Guyana. And then we could also, as Dave Imports, help continue to support different aspect and programs in Guyana. So we just want to thank the folks for keep on seeing us as a business, as a country, and as a product. And I want to always thank them for being there over the 31 years, buying all our products and supporting the thing. And we would like them to order much more share for those who never tried the icy soda or one of or the Gaisuku sugar. Try it, and if you don't like it, it's different. But we're not gonna force it. But I could guarantee you that it's very good product. And I'll make one last pitch to you, Sabrina. I was with Banks DIH in a meeting last week, and Mr. George McDonald and Carlton, and we were talking about the icy soda. And it's the icy soda is doing remarkably well in USD. And he was smiling, and I was smiling. And he said, do you know one of the reasons why the soda doing good? I said, why? I know it's a good product. He said, our water quality is one of the best in the world. So it's like you want to question that. And I said, really explain. He said, Coca-Cola, they make Coca-Cola. And they made a report that Guyana have one of the second best quality of the second best quality of water in the world. That is from the spring well.
Right.
And I said, who is the number one country? He said Suriname, and Guyana is the second. So, and that leads you to tell you that, like, in terms of rum, the Guyana rum El Dorado is one of the better one in the world, and their beer is the thing because of the quality of the water and their added ingredients. So that's what makes Guyana some superior product.
Wow. I'm happy that you share that with us tonight, Dave, because that's just awesome to know this. This is great news for me. I had no idea. So I'm definitely enlightened by that. Thank you for sharing that. And, I do want to say a very special thank you to you. I know that you're super busy, but it was truly an honor to have you here on Get Real with Shamiza. I thank you for your time and please feel free to join us at any time. Anything that you want to share, please feel free to come here on Get Your Wish Shameeza and share it with us. Thank you so much for being here.
I want to say thank you for inviting me. Were I know I give you a hard time in terms of, but my schedule for the last number of months was hectic, and I promised you this date, and I say I'll have to do this. Um, so thank you, Shamiza, for assisting, and I enjoy being with you on the show, and it's a pleasure now um, talking to you on the show. And George, now George got the best chef now.
Thank you. You have a good day.
Take care of yourself, Dave, and I look forward to having you again on the show.
Thank you, dear. Thank you, George.
All right.
No problem. Thanks.
Wow, George.
Yes, Guyanese come and open a business in the states. It's very good. You have to have that. And he chose the good one. I mean, he have the product that 90% of us cook with Guyanese.
Yeah, it's good. You know that I've lived in Seattle for quite some time. It's about 8 years that I lived in Seattle. And one of the things that I did is I came to New York quite often because this is where all my friends and family lived. And
Mm.
so visiting New York, I'll take back like two suitcases. I am not kidding you. It
Oh,
had like chow mein, it had all the West Indian spices and all the things that you can think about that we grew up on. I will take it back to Seattle because there's nothing in Seattle there for
wow,
our West Indian community. So either here in New York or if I visited Guyana, it was suitcases full of those things.
nice. I didn't know that, but yeah, you got to probably figure out maybe someone could open a store over there. I don't know how
Well,
many Guyanese are
with
there.
people like Dave around, I'm sure we can figure out something. So I
Start
can
a
work on
franchise.
that. So let's get right into my musical guest. So my musical guest tonight is talented and he's hardworking. He is the father of three beautiful kids. He is a real estate agent and a musician. How he finds the time? Well, let's find out together. Please welcome Tauseef Baksh. Tauseef, welcome to Get Real with Shameeza.
Thank you so much, Shameeza. Thanks for having me.
Hey, sweetheart, how are you?
Good.
Can you tell us your name?
To hear back.
Tahira. Is it Tahira Baksh?
Yeah.
So I have the same last name as you do. My very first last name was Shameeza Baksh. And the Baksh
Tell her
tend to
your
be
name, your mom's name.
My mom name is Shameeza Baksh.
your mom. Wow. So what do you like about your mom? It seems like you have a lot of things
She's
that you like about.
kind.
She's kind. Wow. George, would you say that Shemizas are kind people?
Yeah,
Okay, we
very
agree on
fun.
one thing there. How old are you?
7.
7. And you look very familiar to me. Do you know why?
No.
I feel like I've seen you before. Were you in a video or something recently? Ah, you were. So I do remember seeing you in your dad's video. What was that like for you, sweetheart?
Nice.
It was nice. It was definitely nice because I truly admired you have to be brave to do what you did. Going along with your dad, you acted the perfect little girl scene and dad, he was just amazing. Are you proud of your dad?
Yes.
Great. So your mom is kind and you're proud of your dad. Looks like you have got it made, my friend. Yeah? Perfect. Tell Steve, how are you?
I'm good, Shameeza. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm excited. I know that having you here tonight was going to be a very special moment for us. We just had Dave. Dave was one of those interesting guys that we are very proud to have in our community. He has definitely left an impact on all of us. And so I want to see how you can follow up with that. Musically, I
All
mean,
right.
I mean musically, right? So, um,
I know what you mean.
so tell us a little bit about yourself, Tausif. Who is Tauseef Baksh?
Well, my full name is Tauseef Ahmed Baksh. I was born and raised in Guyana. My parents' names are my dad's is Momin Baksh, mom Hasina Baksh. I'm married to Shameeza Baksh, and I have three beautiful kids: Taslima, Tarif, my son,
Hmm.
and Tahira. Um, well, grew up in Guyana, migrated to the United States when I was about just almost 25 years of age. And I've always, been in sales. I've worked in sales all my life, I would say. Started at a young age after I finished high school. Just juggling work and studies. And and then I migrated to the United States, and I started working in sales as well at Spectrum, formerly Time Warner Cable, for 8 years, and I'm now a real estate agent, and I've also owned a restaurant, Triple T restaurant and roti shop. I know Dave Narine. I've seen the name. Thanks to you, Shamiza. I finally got to see the guy, because I always purchase all my goods and stocks from him, from his store in Queens. So a big supplier of my restaurant. The restaurant um, currently closed. And yeah, I'm here. Started singing at a young age back in Guyana. My uncle uh, used to, sing a lot. He had a music shop. He also sings very well. His name is Akbar Khan. And we were at the. I always would sing at home and in the behind the scenes, singing behind the
Right.
scenes. And then one day we just went out to the park. We had a function or a thing like a Guyana Day, it was called.
Right.
And I just asked the guy. My wife actually asked the person who was promoting the event if I can just sing a song. And I went up to the stage. I sang two songs, and that's where my singing, um, I wouldn't say career, because I don't do it for a living, but I love singing. But that's where my singing started. That's where I became. I basically got into the spotlight thanks to my brother Ranjif, who was there at the event as well, and Terry Gadraj. They both saw me and saw I guess they saw that there was some talent there. And then they reached out to me, and Ranjif started a talent show on Facebook live called the Rising Star Challenge. And I entered, and I was one of the winners of the Rising Star Challenge back in 2019. And then, I kept on singing and singing, and I, that's here I am now, released, I should say, released my first uh, music video.
Wow. I shared that music video and I truly enjoyed that music video. It's one of my absolute favorite songs. I remember a few years ago, that song was performed by a gentleman on one of the talent shows in India, and it was very touching because he had dedicated that to the victims of a car crash. I don't know if you remember that event, and it was very touching. And to have you perform it, one of our very own, was even more touching for me. Go ahead.
Yes, I think I remember that event. It was, I think it was a Indian Idol or something like that.
Yes, yes,
Um, yeah, I think I remember that, and that's also one of my favorite, all-time favorite songs as well.
yeah.
I would always sing it anywhere I go, by even by myself. I would always sing it. And he said, you know what? What should I release first? What song should I release first?
Hmm.
And this one came to mind, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna try to do it a little different with a little bit of more spice to the music. And thanks to Avinash Rupchan from Shakti Strings in Guyana, he was able to create the music. And thanks to Ranjiv Ramdeen for the allowing me to use his studio to record the vocals. It was it came to it came into production, and I'm very happy with the production.
Definitely happy because, like I said, I saw the video. I've been in contact with you for a while, and I'm definitely proud of you. And the song, you added a special touch to it. You kind of transform it a little bit, but definitely add some spice to
Shamiza,
it. And
can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah. So the other thing that I wanted to go back to, I know you mentioned that you had a restaurant, and I know you live up in upstate New York. Is that correct? Tausif, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Tausif, can you hear me?
I guess he can't hear you.
Yeah, I guess we lost him there for a moment.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear you. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, the screen is frozen.
All right. So
I guess
we'll
he
have
can't. We could hear him, but he can't hear
you
us.
yeah. And so I want to
I can
remind
hear
our
you,
viewers.
George.
Oh, you can
Oh,
hear me?
can you hear me, Tausif?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Perfect. All right.
I
So
can't hear Shamiza though.
you can hear me? Yes, he
Can you
can
hear
hear
me?
me.
Yes.
And you can't hear Shameeza?
No, I can't.
What's going on with the computer? Is it rebooting?
George, so I'll go ahead ask
Which
I'll
one?
let you
Mine?
ask him the question so that we can move on. Can you ask him if if he has plans to open up back the restaurant?
Do you have any plan? Well, since you can't hear Shameeza, I'm going to ask the question that she requests. Are you planning to open up the restaurant back?
That's a good question, George. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure as yet. Um, I'm on like a 50-50 uh, decision right now if I should or not, because I've gotten so busy with real estate. The market just blew up, after the after COVID, after we got reopened again on phase two. Um, I just it's hardly any time, and it's a family restaurant. The entire family got involved, so a lot of time taken up in the restaurant. So I'm not 100% sure yet if it's gonna be a restaurant or if we're gonna be doing like some sort of like catering from home.
Perfect. Who or what inspired you to get into music? I know he has all of these different things going on, being a real estate agent, having a restaurant, having three kids, what really inspired him to get into music? Was he always a natural or what happened?
The question is, what inspired you to get into music? She says she knows you're doing real estate. You're at the restaurant. What's inspired you to get into music?
Well, I've always loved music. I've always, loved singing from a very young age. I think I was probably around 6 years or so um, when my uncle bought this karaoke system, and we it was just amazing the way that it sounded back then. That was in the early 90s. So I just wanted to use the system all the time, and just wanted to sing and sing all the time, and that's where it started. I had the passion for music from a very very young age. So that's where it all started from a very young age.
Uh, George, you have a question for him?
Yes. Do you also write your own songs?
Not as yet. Actually, let me rephrase that answer. I'm actually in the process of writing my own original song. So I haven't produced or released an original as yet. I'm working on one right now. So yes, it will definitely be something that will be coming out pretty soon.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm excited and can't wait to have that. Writing and producing his own music and performing his music is definitely an accomplishment. So I commend him.
Nice.
My next question is, if it ever came to a point that you had to choose between real estate being, you said that you have a restaurant and your music, what would you choose?
The question is, you have the real estate, you have the restaurant, but it's closed, and the music. Which one would you choose?
If I was to choose between the restaurant and the music,
Restaurant, music, and the real estate.
Yeah, the three of them.
which three? Oh, real estate, restaurant, and music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would choose real estate.
Nice answer. Nice answer.
that's
I
where
love
the that's
it.
where the income is. That's where the money's coming from. I mean,
Perfect.
right now the restaurant is closed, so that's nothing coming from there. Um, I mean, the restaurant did amazing. I'm not gonna lie, it did amazing. Only opened for 1 year. Started January, or yeah, I think it was January of 2020. Just right before it all started with COVID. And even during COVID, we did pretty well. It was very successful, I must say. But sometimes it's not just about the success, or the money. It's about being with the family and spending time with the family, and not taking away from the family when it comes to time as well, because time is very valuable, and time is something that doesn't wait for anyone.
Well said there. I truly appreciate him saying those words because it is the truth, and you are right about that. Now, I want to know: are you a Hollywood or Bollywood kind of person?
Are you a Hollywood or Bollywood kind of person?
I'm a Bollywood person.
Bollywood. Right answer. There was a right and wrong answer. Bollywood is the right answer there. And so, who's your favorite actress from Bollywood?
Who's your favorite actress from Bollywood?
Favorite actress?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, there's so many. Oh my god. But
You have to
my
have a
favorite
favorite one.
actress, which a lot of people don't really, I don't think a lot of people like her, but my favorite actress is Karina Kapoor.
Ooh.
Karina.
Mm, interesting. Interesting. That's an interesting answer. She's definitely a phenomenal actress. I truly enjoy
You
her
don't find you don't
movies.
find people saying that a lot.
Yeah.
No, she I feel if you can there are two things to Karina. You either like her or you don't like her. There is no in between with Karina. You like her or you don't like her. That's how it works for her. Uh, what is one of your favorite Bollywood songs? And be
What's
careful with this answer because this is the answer that you might have to go into some details. So be
I
very
still can't
careful.
hear Shamiza. Just so you know, okay?
Yeah, yes, that's what I'm translating. She said, "What's your
Okay.
favorite Bollywood song?"
And be careful with your answer because you're going to have to go
Wow,
into
my
details.
favorite Bollywood song.
She
Wow,
said, be careful with your answer because you're gonna have to go into details with it."
oh, oh boy. um, hmm, my favorite Bollywood song. There's so much Bollywood song that that are my favorite. But I think I think one of my favorite, my all-time favorite, is "Tere Sang Yara" from Atif Aslam.
Atif Islam. Well said. You know what's coming next to you. You're going to have to give us a little sample of that song because I mean, I might know it, but George doesn't know what it sounds like. So, George, go ahead.
She said you're gonna have to give her a little sample of that song. I don't know the song, so I mean, I don't know. She
Let
wants
him let him give you a little insight into it.
give us a little
Okay,
insight
okay.
about the song.
Well, it's a beautiful song. It's a love song. From I think I forgot the name of the movie, but
I know it's a movie
it's
with
just a beautiful song with from what I can recall with
I think it's from
beautiful
Rostam.
meaning,
Ask him if it's from
and I
Rostam.
think I sing it pretty well.
Is it from
Let's see.
Rustum?
Yes, that's the movie, Rustum. Yes,
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
All right, let's hear it.
yes.
She
I
said,
think
"Let's
Akshay
hear it.
Kumar or something is in the movie.
Yeah, very pretty girl.
Let's hear it."
You want me to do like a cappella version, or you want me to pull up the music at one
You want the
second?
Whatever
acapella?
you're comfortable with.
You could hear him, Sham.
Mm. Yeah, I can hear him.
Oh,
I
okay.
think she can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she can hear you, but she
Hear
can't
you.
can't hear me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
ओ करम खुदाया है
Oh, I know that
तेरा
song.
प्यार जो पाया है तुझ पे मर के ही तो मुझे जीना आया है ओ तेरे संग यारा कुछ रंग बहारा तू रात दीवानी मैं जर्द सितारा ओ तेरे संग यारा कुछ रंग बहारा मैं तेरा हो जाऊं जो तू कर दे इशारा.
Sham, I know that
Wow.
one.
You I s- I am I apologize, but I kind of set him up there. So
You did?
please extend my apologies to him, but I
She
was
said,
greatly done. I'm
she
blown
said,
away. That was really good.
she said you greatly done the job. I mean, greatly did it. She kind of set you up, so but you did a very good job.
Thank you, thank you.
Wow. I I'm blown away. I'm kind of speechless right now there, George.
Yeah, I know. I kind of like that song. I played it a couple of times over and over. I don't know much of the Bollywood song, but I know that one.
Yeah. So, Tauseef,
Yeah,
I
that's
know
actually
you
one the reason why I kind of like that song that much because it's so popular. Like a lot of people, most people I know that song.
yeah, but your version of it was just fantastic. So, well done there, Tauseef. You I know that you're just getting started in your musical career. Who is one of the musicians or artists that you are most looking forward to working with?
She said, she know you're getting now started in your music career. Which one of the artists that you're trying to look forward to work with?
I that's a good question. That's a very good question. There's so many great artists out there, um, but the one artist that I want to work with that I just want to share the stage with him is Raymond Ramnarine.
Yes.
I also have a second person. Ravi B is the second
Yes,
person. I want to share
yes,
the stage with
yes.
both of those guys.
Wow.
She says yes. I mean, wow.
I'm sure he can see my reaction and know from my reaction how I'm feeling,
Yeah.
right? But yeah,
I can
definitely
hear
to
Shamiza sometimes. I don't know.
oh, I'm going in and out, huh?
Yeah. She says she's, she, you could see her reaction from when you said that.
Yes, two of the
Shamiza,
two
you have
of
to set that up. You have to set up something where we can all be on the same show.
you know, be careful what you wish for. It might just happen. I have a way that I kind of make things happen, Tauseef. So be very careful what you wish for.
She said, "Be very careful what you wish for. She probably could make it happen."
Hey, that's exactly what I want.
Uh, Now, I know you just released your very first song. Can you help us to understand and really give us a little insight into that song? I think he heard that.
You heard that?
Oh, wait, we have a
No,
question.
I didn't. I didn't hear it.
I want to get this question to him.
Okay.
One of our viewers is asking. She says, Vadia is asking which female singer you want to share the stage with. Forget the men, she said. Which female singer do you want to share the stage with?
The viewers have a question. Which female singer you want to share the stage with?
Which female singers?
Yeah, you want to share the stage with.
Oh, which
You want to
female
share the
singer?
stage with?
Forget the men. Oh, my guy Yax. Yax. Hey Yax, how's it going, man? I'm so sorry, guys. I can't see the comments on the live, so I do apologize. But there's so many names. Which female I want to share the stage with? Wow, this is gonna be a tough one. This is a very tough one. I can't really put any names together, to be honest
Since he
with you,
can't hear me, I'll
because
say
if I say
Sunita.
one name,
Sunita.
if I say one name, I know a lot of people gonna but I've always wanted to share the stage with Savita Singh. She's a great singer.
Savita
Um,
Singh, I might
she's
make
a
that
wonderful
happen for
singer, Savita
you.
Singh.
She says she could make that happen for you.
Well,
That would be
well, you
awesome. That would be great.
he has
That
to
would be like,
stay.
as you said, George, a dream come through.
Oh my goodness.
um, what do you say, Shang?
Tell him to just watch all the way to the end of the show to
She
see
said
what's happening.
she said watch all the way to the end of the show to see what happened.
And that's right, guys. If you're watching right now,
Really?
stay
Wow.
all the way to the
I'm
end
excited
because
now.
at the end of the show, we're gonna show you next week's who
Line
we
up.
have on the show next week, and Tauseef is gonna be very, very happy.
She said next week you have to stay to the ending because next week you're gonna see the lineup that she have. You'll be very, very happy.
Oh
Uh,
wow. Of course. I'm always on the show every time. So I'm definitely gonna stay to the end.
I know you are. Thank you, Tauseef. So the long-awaited moment. I know everyone that's watching right now is waiting for that special performance from you. Please do not keep us waiting any longer, Tausif. Please grace us with that beautiful song that you truly will bring excitement and for me it brings joy to my heart to listen to it. So please go ahead and bring some joy to us.
You didn't hear what she said, right? So did you hear her?
Yeah, I think so I'm trying to go on Facebook Live and like unmute, like put the volume up so I can hear her, because when
Well,
when she talks, then so she was saying that some people are waiting for me to sing the song.
yeah,
Yes.
the performance, yes. So the moment
Okay,
is
all right,
here. Make it happen.
all right,
Take your
all
time.
right.
Take your
You got
time.
it.
We're
You
we're
got it.
waiting. We'll wait a little bit longer for you.
All right. So this is the first time I'm performing the song since I released it. First time uh, on live. So first time on, and it's nowhere else than Get Real with Shamiza.
Nice.
Yes, yes.
And you guys have to like and share it, guys. This is where
Like,
it's happening.
share, guys. Send us some hearts. As a matter of fact, guys, let's get some love in the house for
Yeah,
Tauseef. He's done an amazing job so far.
All
send
Let's
some
right.
send some
hearts.
hearts his way.
You ready?
You guys ready for this?
George,
Yep.
I want to see some hearts. Guys, let's do some hearts. Let's do some fire
Here we
emojis.
go.
Let's get some love out there. Let's
Get some love
bring
out
the
there.
positive
Yes.
vibes up, guys.
Hearts.
I need to see loves in the comments.
Yes.
Thank you, Shariza.
Oh, there
Thank
you
you,
go.
Isha.
Hearts and fire.
तुझसे नाराज नहीं जिंदगी हैरान हूँ हैरान हूँ तेरे मासूम सवालों से परेशान हूँ ओ परेशान हूँ तुझसे नाराज नहीं जिंदगी हैरान हूँ जीने के लिए सोचा ही नहीं दर्द संभालने होंगे जीने के लिए सोचा ही नहीं दर्द संभालने होंगे मुस्कुराए तो मुस्कुराने के कर्ज उतारने होंगे मुस्कुराओ कभी तो लगता है जैसे हो तो पे कर्ज रखा है तुझसे नाराज नहीं जिंदगी हैरान हूँ ओ हैरान हूँ
Keep it coming, guys.
नाराज नहीं जिंदगी हैरान हूँ ओ हैरान तेरे मासूम सवालों से परेशान हूँ ओ परेशान हूँ आज अगर भर आई है बूंदे बरस जाएगी आज अगर भर आई है बूंदे बरस जाएगी कल क्या पता इनके लिए आगे तरस जाएगी जाने कभी गुम हुआ कहाँ खोया एक आस छुपा के रखा था तुझसे नाराज नहीं जिंदगी हैरान हूँ ओ हैरान हूँ तेरे मासूम सवालों से परेशान हूँ ओ परेशान हूँ मैं ओ परेशान हूँ मैं ओ परेशान हूँ
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you,
Good
thank you, thank
job.
you so much.
Wow, you have fire, love. What a combination. People are going crazy right now. I
Can
can't I see this comment from someone named Shameeza Love Tauseef, and I can just assume who that is. There we go. Shameeza Love Tauseef.
Can you
Love,
can you
love,
hear
like a
Shameeza?
thousand love. I see fire. There. Tauseef, explain this to us.
Can you hear Shameeza? Can you hear me?
Tauseef, can you hear us?
Tasif, can you hear me? I don't think he can hear us, Sham.
Yeah, he can't hear us. Oh boy.
Well, yeah, I just unmute the my Facebook Live. I unmute the Facebook Live so I can hear her.
You can hear me
I
now.
can hear George, but I can't. Yeah, I can hear you, George, but I can't hear.
Shameeza?
I still can't hear Shamiza.
Well, she
Uh,
was saying you got fire, you got hearts, you have which one was it, Sham?
he has
Shameeza
like just
love.
people are
Tell
just going crazy. The
yeah,
fire and the hearts.
yeah,
Shameeza Love Tauseef.
yeah.
Um, I'm assuming this is his better half, and she is just enjoying the show right now.
Nice. Great. Shameeza said that's your better half and she's enjoying the show right now. Can you hear me?
So I think you guys want me to explain Shamiza's comment.
Shameeza Love, yes, yes.
Yes.
Do you know this person that's just enjoying the show right now with all these hearts and fire emojis?
Do you know this person that's all the with all his hearts and fire emojis and all this stuff?
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you. Yes. All right, it's fine, George. We will move on. Tausif, my final question to you is, let's say next week I'm celebrating my 25th birthday. With just random numbers we're gonna see here. 25th birthday. How can I get in
Yeah,
contact with
I'm
you?
sorry, I can't hear you guys now.
S- Can you hear me? Tasif, can you hear me? Oh, he can't hear none of
He
us.
can't hear either one of us. But if if you're looking to get in contact with Tausif, I know he is on Facebook, he is on Instagram. Just reach out to him to be able to get in contact with him if you would like for him to perform. Like you can tell from that performance, his voice is just amazing. And so I feel, guys, we need to really give these artists a chance to perform. We should be hiring these guys to perform at our Sweet 16 birthday parties, weddings, and that kind of thing. Give them a chance. They're really talented. I've had the honor of going out recently to one of these shows and watch these guys perform, and they're very, very talented. So, for your next birthday party, your next wedding, your next special occasion, reach out to these guys and give them a chance. You'll be surprised to see how much talent they bring to the table. Right,
Yeah.
George? You've had
Yeah.
that privilege as well.
Yeah, I mean, all the guys that you've been having on the show, man, they're great. I mean, I'm so like amazed that our people have voices and talent, and
Yeah.
they're not ashamed to bring it out. Which in a lot of people they shouldn't. If there's kids that have talent, bring it out. These guys are great. Maybe down the drain, we put them all in one bigger arena and have a big event.
George, like I said, I'm one of those people. I don't know what it is, but I tend to make things happen. So
Yeah.
be careful because I might just make it happen.
Yeah, we put them in
So
one of
with
these.
that said, tonight I have learned many lessons. I've learned many lessons in life, but the most valuable lesson I have learned is always to be myself. Tonight, we have learned how a simple kid in Guyana grew up to be one of the most successful West Indian importers. He did not succeed because of wealthy parents or family. He succeeded because he believed in himself and he never gave up. We also learned about a musician who continued to reach for his dreams despite having a family and a few different career choices, a restaurant, being a real estate agent. So there's always room for us to improve and be a better version of ourselves. We just have to want it. It's that simple, guys. In observance of Pride Month, which is the month of June, next week's show will feature and honor members of the LGBTQT community. You will have an opportunity to learn about the uniqueness of this community and what it stands for. I believe at this time we have our flyer for next week.
Nice.
So some of our guests for next week's show will be Mr. Mohammed Amin. He is the founder of the Caribbean Equality Project, and we will have Damon as well. And I'm very excited to bring this show to Get Real with Shameeza. We will also be having a Savita sing, making some dreams come true there. For many people, a lot of you guys who are watching are very excited. She's had a few hits that was recently released, and I'm so excited to have her on the show. I'm excited to bring some awareness to our community about this very unique community, and I'm so excited about this, George.
Yes, I mean you have great people that lined up for next week. I mean, talk about something different about in the culture, and you have another great talent coming up.
I am excited about every week I just keep getting more and more excited, and it's like a little child in a candy store for
You
me.
know what
It's
it's
like,
called? Climbing the
wow,
mountain.
you know
Climbing the mountain.
we are definitely growing, guys. And as we grow, I want to thank all of you guys, because without each and every one of you that's watching right now, your dedication and really what you give in your time to really take the time to be here with us every evening, it was Fridays, now it's Wednesday. You
And
are
what do you think
making
about
this
the Wednesday?
possible.
What do they think?
Wednesdays is one of the days that they said that it was more convenient, so I'm excited to switch the days, and I feel like it's definitely going to work. A lot of people are going to be joining us, and they're going to definitely have the time to do it. So one of the things that I wanted to quickly remind us all about is we still have things going on in our beautiful country of Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago. So let us all continue to pray for our brothers and sisters in Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago. Please support in any way that you can. And George, I know there are a lot of different ways out there that people are raising funds to help the people in Guyana and in Trinidad. If there's any way that you can support, please go ahead and help to support those causes. It's helping, because even when the floods are over, when the virus, we get some relief from that, these people still need help. So we need to be there to help them after everything is said and done and everything is moving forward. The people in Guyana and Trinidad has been suffering a lot in the last few months, and as leaders in communities and people who are out there, we need to find ways to help these people. So to my viewers, if you're watching right now and you know of a charity that you support and they are raising funds, please go out and help these people in Guyana and Trinidad. George, I thank you for being here tonight. You're amazing, and I'm just happy to have you here as your host. It is my pleasure spending this time with you. Until next time, good night. I love you guys, and I can't wait to be with you next week. Take care of yourself.